Sex surrogacy, also known as surrogate partner therapy, goes beyond traditional sex therapy and far beyond just talking about sex.
Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes has more on one woman's intense journey and this unusual therapy.
There was a lot of terror, sheer terror.
Carrie doesn't want her real name used, but this 43-year-old single professional says a sex surrogate changed her life in profound ways.
It isn't that I got my life back, it's that I got a life. It's mind-blowingly intimate. I feel like that I was let in on a secret.
The secret? Surrogate partner therapy.
It's for so many people. It can help so many people.
Shai Rodham was Carrie's surrogate partner.
She was very scared. Very, very scared of human connection.
Carrie's intense fear of touch and intimacy stems from her sexual abuse as a child.
It started when I was 7 for many years. As children, when you're molested, you think you're unlovable. Assault, basically, is how I viewed touch.
Carrie made progress in traditional talk therapy, but that could only go so far.
I sat on a couch for an entire year with my therapist. So shame, fear, the lack of connection, those are all issues that I could intellectualize in therapy with him, and we could talk and talk and talk. And so I just knew that I needed, something hands-on.
Can you teach somebody to swim by talk therapy or with talking? Can we teach somebody to ride a bike just with telling them the story of how to ride a bike? No, the answer is no.
Carrie and Shai worked together with Dr. Vina Blanchard, the head of IPSA, the International Professional Surrogates Association, based here in L.A.
So it takes a special person to be a surrogate partner, ethical and compassionate.
Dr. Blanchard is a 30-year veteran of the field who now trains and certifies sex surrogates.
It is as much a part of human life to desire sexuality as it is to desire to eat and breathe.
I thought of killing myself.
That's Mark O'Brien, a poet and journalist from Northern California who spent 43 years of his life in an iron lung.
I think that boredom and the loneliness are the worst things.
O'Brien, who came down with polio at age 6, explained his decision to hire a sex surrogate in the Academy Award-winning 1996 documentary, Breathing Lessons.
I thought of myself as the ugliest man in the world. I hired a sex surrogate, and Cheryl was very kind to me.
Cheryl is Dr. Cheryl Cohen-Green, a sex surrogate of nearly 40 years.
Can you imagine never being held again? People who are alone.
Cheryl worked with Mark O'Brien over a period of several months.
And here was this man confined to an iron lung. He had wondered what it would be like to be touched in another way other than just to be cared for and bathed.
Most fun I've ever had. I think I'd like to give it a kid.
Mark and Cheryl's experience is the subject of an upcoming movie starring John Hawkes, William H. Macy.
Are we talking about sexual intercourse?
I think so.
And Helen Hunt as the sex surrogate.
Although the aim is for us to have sex, I'm not a prostitute. You don't have to pay me up front. I have nothing against prostitutes, but there's a difference. We can talk about that later.
I hope the movie does this. I hope it really helps people understand. Most of us carry around invisible disabilities, mindsets that are very negative around sexuality and really misinformation about how sex should be.
It was very intense. It ended up being 16 days for me.
For Carrie and Shai, most of that time was spent talking, pushing through Carrie's fear, building trust, with exercises as simple as hand-holding.
You can do whatever you want, and I'm going to just stand here. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to touch.
He worked so hard to create a safe space for me so that I could trust him.
Only then we can explore the physical body and being more sensual with the other person.
It took 2 weeks to reach their breakthrough.
I leapt off the cliff and I said, I'm going to do everything that I want to do to know that I am a fully functioning woman.
This therapy process is a life-changing thing.
Life-changing for Carrie, both in and out of the bedroom.
And just being able to receive the love and compassion and affection, and it's a great way to live.
Rob Hayes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Carrie agreed to share her story in hopes that more people will learn about the therapy she calls, quote, remarkable. Both Carrie and Dr. Cheryl Cohen-Green have books coming out on surrogate partner therapy. For more on that and the upcoming movie, The Sessions, log on to our website, abc7.com.